ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU. And on Tuesdays, we like to rank stuff on Unsportsmanlike. And we're so excited about this list that we actually moved it up 15 minutes. We usually do it at 6:30.
Yep.
No. List is too big. We got to get to it a lot earlier in the show. So we're at 6:15. Before I get to what the list is, got to introduce everybody. She is the First Lady of Unsportsmanlike, Michelle Smallman.
Good morning.
Good morning. He is the Ocho. First Take suited and booted, Evan Cohen.
Number 8.
Sir?
Hey now.
And I am the resident Super Bowl champ. Today's list is the top 5 NFL players who need a deep playoff run. Guys that we're waiting on to take their team the distance. And my power rankings today are brought to you by SoFi. Get your money right. So, players that need to go on a deep run, there are going to be some surprises in here, but when I give you my explanation, it will make sense. The picture will become fully clear. Everybody ready to go?
Let's go.
Sir.
All right, Vegas East, you ready?
Number 5.
Jaden Daniels missed double-digit games last season due to a knee sprain, hamstring injury, and dislocated elbow. As a result, Washington finished 5-12 after going 12-5 in 2024. The 7-win drop-off was the second largest in the NFL, and only the Chiefs had a larger drop. This offseason, there's no Terry McLaurin holdout or drama. There's a new offensive coordinator, new tight end, and a new running back in Rachaad White from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the offensive line returns all the starters healthy from a year ago. And with the potential contract extension looming after the season, a return to his 2024 form for Jaden Daniels would be timely. If the Commanders can weather the second toughest schedule through the first half of the season, they only face 2 playoff teams in the final 9 games. Jaden Daniels checking in at number 5 on my players that need to have a deep playoff run.
Yeah, this one's actually surprising because he's done this. I would have guessed you would have said the most important thing for Jaden Daniels this year is 17 games of health. Now, maybe you think if that happens,
That's baked in.
that ends up with a deep playoff run. So, yeah, if it's baked in, then that's a good one because I almost look at him Joel Embiid style. It's like, just be healthy. That's it. Just be healthy. What you do
we know
after
what you're
that.
capable of. You just gotta do.
But we said this all offseason long. There is no team that has a greater variance than the Washington Commanders.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's a good one because I said the Texans.
They had a 101-point differential margin from 2024 to 2025. Think about that. They were plus 94 in 2024. They were minus 95 last year.
Dang.
So, quite literally, there's no team that has a greater variance than them.
So is it safe to say we can all agree on this? That Jaden Daniels is one of 2 of the biggest X factors in the NFL this year? Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud?
Yes.
That's fine. I'm good with that.
I'm okay with that. Next,
Number 4.
quarterback Daniel Jones.
Oh, didn't expect that.
Started 8-2 before a fractured fibula and torn Achilles derailed his 2025 campaign. As a result, the Colts were winless after their Week 11 bye. When Jones was healthy last season, Indy's offense was on a historic pace. They were the top scoring offense, number 1 in offensive EPA, and number 1 in offensive efficiency. They were the only team to average over 3 points per drive, and their punter had multiple games where he didn't touch the field. This team, this offseason, signed Daniel Jones to a 2-year, $88 million contract. The return on investment for the quarterback, head coach, general manager has to be a deep playoff run, or else all 3 could be gone by the time we get to 2027. Daniel Jones checking in at number 4 on my top 5 players who need to have a deep playoff run.
I'm all in on this simply because of what you just said, the last point you made. It is beyond logical to think it's a clean house situation if they don't make a big run.
And we also forget how effective that offense was to start the season last year and how good Daniel Jones looked.
That was an amazing offense. I compared it to the greatest show on turf. I thought it was that good through the first 10 weeks of the season. It was absolutely awesome. If Daniel Jones is fully healthy and can get back to that, Indianapolis Colts, a team that should be on the radar for potential dark horse to get to the conference championship game.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Next,
Number 3.
quarterback Joe Burrow. 3 years out of the playoffs and 16 games missed over the last 3 seasons. Final year of head coach Zach Taylor's contract. This feels like an inflection point for the franchise and for Burrow specifically. since he traded a top 10 pick to add to the defensive side of the ball and returned all 11 starters on offense. As a result, Vegas only has them as underdogs twice this season. Going into year 7, Burrow has only been in the playoffs twice, last of which was 2022. It's been a long time since the loss to the Rams in the Super Bowl. To contextualize it, 24 of the 32 teams have changed head coaches since that game.
Ooh.
If Joe Burrow, with 2 wide receivers that are on 9-figure contracts, can't go on a deep playoff run, then all of a sudden we got to ask, what the hell are the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow specifically doing?
I got to be honest, CC, I thought this would be your number 1. Based on the talent, based on the personnel around him, and based on the expectations and the stability that the Bengals have comparatively to their division. Everyone else has a new head coach. There's a lot of churn there. I thought Burrow might be number 1.
The comps are all over, right? Jaden Daniels is compared to what he did 2 years ago. That's a big comp. The Daniel Jones that was number 4 on your list comped to the greatest show on turf numerically, as CC has pointed out, the first part of last season. Joe Burrow compared his team to the 2019 LSU team that he was the quarterback of that went undefeated. So yeah, he put that pressure on his back voluntarily to make a big run.
No, and he also said that he wanted to put pressure on everybody else around him to see who would sink or swim.
Well, the pressure's on. Guess who ain't gonna crack? Pardon me, I have to laugh at that. Go ahead.
Why? You were good. You were good for a minute. All right, number 2.
Sure.
Number 2.
Justin Herbert. We're going into year 3 with Jim Harbaugh, and he has firmly established the floor. 22 wins in his first 2 seasons, but no success in the postseason. Last year, everybody will point to the offensive tackles being banged up, Ladd McConkey banged up, as to why Justin Herbert couldn't get this team over the hump. This year, he won't have those excuses. Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt are expected to be back healthy. Omarion Hampton, first-round pick from a year ago, expected to be back healthy. And, of course, Ladd McConkey is back healthy. But the most important addition to this mix that's going on with the Chargers is offensive coordinator Mike McDaniel. He replaces OC Greg Roman, and of course, you're talking about the potential to have an MVP caliber bump when you have one of the most creative offensive minds that's there. Last season, the Chargers ranked 19th in the use of motion in their offense and 20th in percentage of passing yards that came after the catch. By comparison, the Miami Dolphins last year, when Tua was god-awful, ranked top 3 in both of those categories. Mike McDaniel's dialing up the X's and O's should take Justin Herbert to another level. He's got one of the best offensive play callers in the game. He's got one of the best head coaches in the game. He's got one of the best tackle tandems in the game. At some point, Justin Herbert absolutely has to produce.
I need this to be the season where the thing that Justin Herbert is known for is playoff wins, not blowing a 27-0 lead to the Jacksonville Jaguars, because that's what I think of when you say Justin Herbert and playoffs. Also, let's tie the first segment of our show together and this one together. I expect a Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson breakout type season with Mike McDaniel and Justin Herbert offensively. And we're going to prop you up and say, you got this guy who's going to know how to unleash the Ferrari. Then I need to see what Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams did last season. I need to see that come to fruition this year for Justin Herbert.
All right, but there can only be one number 1.
Number 1.
Quarterback Lamar Jackson. Number 69 on the NFL's top 100 list in 2026 is beyond disrespectful for somebody that is a future Hall of Famer and a 2-time MVP. Lamar missed a month of the season because of injury, and it really cut the legs from under the Baltimore Ravens, pun intended. There was a coaching change in Charm City. They retooled the offensive line, but let's not kid ourselves. This is all about this regime being able to maximize Lamar Jackson's physical ability and make sure that Baltimore is a place where Lamar envisions his full-time future, his long-term future. And if that doesn't happen, then we could be talking about a scenario where we have an NBA-style trade demand. So this is about the Baltimore Ravens more so than Lamar Jackson going on a deep playoff run. But if they're going to do it, Lamar's the guy that's got to take them there. That's why he is number 1 on my list. So there it is. Top 5 NFL players who need a deep playoff run. Number 1, Lamar Jackson. Number 2, Justin Herbert. Number 3, Joe Burrow. Number 4, Daniel Jones. Number 5, Jaden Daniels. Smalls, you are my accountability partner. We will get to your objections and omissions on the other side of the break.
And you guys as well at 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Objections, omissions with CC's Power Rankings, ESPN Radio Rank 'em, brought to us by SoFi. We are Unsportsmanlike. Power Rankings, ESPN Radio Rank 'em series. CC gave them to us, brought to us by SoFi. Get your money right. Top 5 players in the NFL that need to make a deep playoff run this season. CC, your list again.
Okay, so we have Lamar Jackson at number 1, Justin Herbert at number 2, Joe Burrow number 3, Daniel Jones number 4, Jaden Daniels number 5. Smalls as my accountability partner. Any objections, any omissions?
Love the list, CC. However, I do